Welcome to the Digital Bunch, where we dive deep into the trends and truths that shape our digital world. I'm Dagmar, and today we're busting one of the most pervasive myths in creative culture, the idea that you're either a right-brained or a left-brained person. So right-brained, which is the creative genius, and left-brained, a logical machine. So what if I told you that modern neuroscience has debunked this oversimplification? For decades, pop culture has sold us this binary view, but modern science shows us that the truth is far more complex, as usual. We're here to show you that great ideas are born when we mix creativity with critical thinking. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore cutting-edge research on brain function, surprising digital marketing case studies, and tales from top CGI studios that prove creativity is more integrated than you ever imagined. We'll dive into the origins of this myth, examine the experiments that started it all, and show you how embracing the full spectrum of your brain's capabilities can revolutionize your work. Stay tuned as we unravel the science behind your creative minds and reveal how you can harness the full power of your brain to drive innovation and success. The myth of left brain versus right brain dominance began taking shape in the 1960s when early neuroscience research first hinted that each hemisphere might have specialized functions. This idea quickly captured the public imagination and soon became a staple in self-help books and educational materials. Popular media latched onto these findings, casting the left brain as the seat of logic and the right brain as the fountain of creativity. This catchy narrative made it simple for educators and self-help gurus to categorize people, painting creatives as right-brained and analysts as left-brained. Over time, the myth solidified into an easy-to-grasp explanation for complex human behavior, even though it oversimplifies our brain's true nature. Pop culture continued to amplify the myth. Remember the bestseller Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain? It reinforced the belief that tapping into one's right side would unlock hidden creativity, although newer research started to challenge these assumptions. Today, the myth persists, partly because it's easy to understand and partly because it provides a neat explanation for complex behavior. Much of the myth stems from groundbreaking work of Roger Sperry and his colleague Michael Gazzaniga. Sperry's split-brain research in the 1960s, which earned him a Nobel Prize, revealed that the brain's hemispheres handle different tasks. His experiments on patients with severed corpus callosomus suggested that the left hemisphere managed language and logic and the right hemisphere handled creativity and spatial awareness. Sperry's work was absolutely groundbreaking, but he was aware that our brain hemispheres are constantly communicating and sharing information to create one seamless experience. Unfortunately, his nuanced discoveries got flattened into a simple left versus right split, which has led us to oversimplify what creativity really is. Thanks to modern neuroimaging, we now understand that creativity and logic are linked, working together as one integrated powerhouse. Look at any winning marketing campaign, whether it's a commercial with a compelling story or a digital ad with pinpoint accuracy, both creative insights and analytical thinking are essential. This isn't an either-or scenario. It's a dynamic duo that drives innovation every day. Now, let's address the burning question: is there really such a thing as being left-brained or right-brained? Our brain is an incredibly complex network with roughly 100 billion neurons and trillions of connections working together every second. Rather than being divided into two separate camps, the hemispheres communicate continuously via the corpus callosum, a superhighway that makes split-second decisions possible. Recent research, including studies highlighted by Harvard Health and NPR, suggests that this division is more myth than reality. Brain imaging technology has shown that whether we engage in tasks, whether analytical or creative, both hemispheres light up in concert. This means that the so-called logical and creative functions are far less isolated than once believed. The myth has even been debunked by research at institutions like Wharton. The Wharton Institute actually examined research proving that when you're not busy doing a specific task, just chilling and letting your mind wander, a special network in your brain, often called the default mode network, really kicks into gear. It's like your brain's creative engine revving up when you take a break, daydream, or imagine the future. In fact, people who report more daydreaming tend to have higher baseline activity in this network compared to those who are all business all the time. Now, flip the script. When you're locked in on a task, like crunching numbers in Excel or firing off emails, another circuit known as the frontoparietal attention network takes over. This network lives in the front and sides of your brain and is all about focus and handling routine tasks. What's fascinating here is that these two circuits are like a seesaw. When your brain is in full-on focus mode with the frontoparietal network, your default mode network takes a backseat. This makes it hard to generate new, innovative ideas while deeply engaged in routine tasks. So, if you're deep in data entry or busy with repetitive tasks, you're less likely to suddenly invent the next big product. This dynamic gives us insight into why sometimes stepping back and letting your mind wander can lead to those brilliant aha moments we all crave. As a result, professionals who have been labeled as left-brained or right-brained can actually excel in both domains. The take-home message here is embrace a holistic view of your cognitive abilities rather than limiting yourself with outdated labels. It's a call to reframe our understanding of what it really means to be creative. Even when you're engaging in creative brainstorming, you're often employing analytical skills to refine and implement your ideas. Consider a CGI studio crafting a blockbuster movie. The artistic vision for stunning visuals must be supported by precise technical calculations and data analysis. For example, a successful social media campaign might start with a creative concept, but its evolution depends on rigorous data analysis and testing. Just as modern CGI studios blend artistic vision with cutting-edge technology, so do our brains blend intuition with logic. This integrated approach is supported by numerous studies in neuroscience that illustrate how creativity emerges from a network of cognitive processes, not from a single creative center. Whether you're sketching a storyboard or diving into market metrics, your entire brain is engaged. This synergy is what ultimately drives innovation in fields ranging from advertising to advanced 3D design. For instance, consider Burger King's famous Whopper Detour campaign.
Hi, we're just here to order the Whopper. Whopper?
In 2018, they used geofencing to offer a 1-cent Whopper to anyone within 600 feet of a McDonald's, an ingenious mix of creative guerrilla tactics and real-time mobile data. This campaign not only spiked app downloads by over 1 million in just 1 week, but also boosted sales dramatically. Growth in both creativity and analytical thinking hinges on continuous learning, an idea as true in digital marketing as it is in neuroscience. The brain's plasticity means that every new piece of information or skill you acquire reshapes your neural connections. Think of it as upgrading your operating system. The more you learn, the more efficient and innovative your software becomes. This is why top marketing agencies invest in training programs that encourage cross-disciplinary learning, from advanced analytic courses to creative storytelling workshops. When you remain curious and keep challenging your mental limits, you're far more likely to generate breakthrough ideas. A team that continuously learns adapts better to market changes and technological advancements, whether you're working on high-end CGI projects or viral social media campaigns. By breaking away from rigid categorizations of creative or analytical, you open up a world of possibilities that fuel that growth and success. Now that we've debunked the myth and explored how our minds truly work, let's talk about practical ways to keep your brain in top form. 1. Challenge yourself with new learning experience. Just take an online course, attend a webinar, or simply read about emerging digital marketing trends. 2. Take regular breaks and practice mindfulness exercises to boost creativity and analytical reasoning by giving your brain that time to process and rejuvenate. 3. Embrace collaboration by working with people who have different skill sets. Diversity in thought leads to richer ideas. 4. Keep a journal to capture sudden insights and ideas and revisit them regularly to see how they evolve. 5. Incorporate physical exercise into your routine to improve cognitive function, as research shows that movement stimulates brain activity. 6. Stay curious. The digital landscape is ever-changing, and the best marketers are those who are constantly learning, adapting, and evolving. As we wrap up, remember that your brain is a symphony of integrated functions. The outdated labels of left-brained or right-brained only serve to limit our potential. Embrace the full spectrum of your abilities, and you'll unlock creative potential that can transform your work, campaigns, and potentially your career. Thanks for joining us today on this journey of discovery. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment on how you blend creativity with analytics in your work. See you next time on our channel.